I'm only.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are students from Bachelor's of Interior Architecture Semester 2, and my name is Hidayah.
My name is Noilana.
I'm Sherming.
My name's Izian.
I'm Winnie.
I hope you enjoy our presentation. Enjoy! So I'll be introducing the building that we're currently in and we're researching for our building science and services. We're currently in Putrajaya International Convention Centre, short code name PICC. The building is located somewhere in Putrajaya, of course, obviously. And also the facade of the building is actually facing north, which coincidentally faces directly towards the PM's office.
Here are my observations on the lighting. Most of the lighting during the day comes from natural light or daylight, which is accessible through the glass panels from the park. And there's also general lighting at the ceiling. And there's two kinds of lighting. There's just the normal fluorescent general lighting, and there's also accent lighting, which gives the environment a bit of warmth. Today I'll be talking to you guys about acoustics. Here are my observations about the plenary hall. The plenary hall is the primary hall in PICC Convention Center. It is a large space with an elevated height of almost 3 stories, and it's covered with fabric tiles and a carpeted floor. Acoustics refers to the science and physics involved with sound. Sound travels in waves, and these waves can be manipulated by the space and surfaces the sound waves come in contact with. As the hall is covered with soft fabrics on majority of its surface, the sound is dampened, or as an easier term for it would be sound absorption. It doesn't absorb all the sound, but majority of it. Soft surfaces absorb sound, and this dissipates those absorbed waves as heat energy. The effect of sound absorption is a clear sound with no reverb and echo, which will help in making the audio easier to hear in the hall. Hard surfaces reflect sound, and this causes reverb. It is not pleasing to hear during presentations and in crowds. Another thing to note, larger spaces also allow sound waves of loudspeakers to travel uniformly and dissipate evenly. This is important as audio communication is a strong aspect of presentations in the convention halls.
So as you can tell, it's very echoey in here because of the materials used here, most probably.
And then from our observation, we feel that it might be echoey because there's a stairwell here and elevator here, and in emergency situations, the echoes will make you more likely to be heard than if it were in a not so echoey place.
There were ventilation systems in the car park basement. Day-to-day ventilation is needed to radiate the heat and control the exhaust of vehicles or split fuel when the facility is in general use in order to maintain the air quality. The vents over here are really low and wide, and we can radiating the heat from the metal surface. From my observation, a system of thermal activation of the internal garden has been installed. A cooling system removes enough heat to keep the space at a safe temperature. As you can see, this internal garden located in the middle of this building, and these were some of these gray machine in the garden. In my opinion, the purpose of this machine is for cooling down the heat, and this cooling machine can refresh the people.
From what I can notice, buildings which has 5 levels and above generally will have elevators built in as a standard. It is a type of vertical transportation system where people or objects can be moved between floors with ease. From what I can observe, our site here, Putrajaya International Convention Centre, PICC, it has 8 elevators in total. It is also distributed evenly around the complex. As stated in the elevator as a sign, it has a capacity to hold 24 occupants on the inside, or a total max weight limit of 1,632 kilograms. The ambience of the interior of the car gives off very warm and cozy feelings. Noted that it's finished off with wood and metal finishes, giving it a very modern look and feel. Since that the complex only has 7 floors in total, 2 including the underground basement parking lots, the elevator doesn't need to move at a very fast pace at all. Therefore, the elevator here, as we calculated, it only moves at the average speed of 1 floor every 6 seconds, which is actually quite slow compared to conventional speeds of elevators. The layout of the buttons is very simple and plain. The buttons are also inlaid with braille text, which allows the visually impaired guests to easily operate the system without the assistance of others. Following, that another type of vertical transportation system that is also found in Putrajaya International Convention Center is also the escalators. The escalator is basically a form of a moving staircase that is made of motor-driven chains of individually linked steps. It is usually installed whenever an elevator, as before, would be deemed the placement of it will be deemed impractical. Usually, the escalator only goes one to two floors, but we can notice here, as I can observe here, that the contractor here actually decided to skip the middle floor altogether and head straight to the floor above, which means this place actually had 3 floors connected into one escalator. PICC doesn't really have much traffic on weekdays, therefore it is not really necessary for the escalator to be running 24/7. The designers had installed motion sensors which only activates the escalators whenever someone approaches it, minimizing the maintenance costs and electricity consumption.
Hi, my name is Noilana. So I'll be doing an observation about this area, which is garden. The drainage system that we can see in PICC is inside Botanical Garden area. The drainage system is known as artificial surface drainage system. Therefore, it will convey the excess water to suitable place. And also, the surface drainage system will lessen the prolonged saturation of soil that restrict the gas such as oxygen and carbon dioxide. This is the drainage system, but then apparently you see there is a lot of obstruction here, which is not very effective. Oh, before that is to prevent flooding. And then moving on. Now, this is the manhole for access for a sewage system. Yeah. As an example, if in the botanical garden does not include the surface drainage system, the excess water will cover the garden area, which will ruin the plant system. As you can see, this is the water pipe. An interstitial space, which refer to the intermediate space that located between the story to allow space mechanical system of the building. Other than that, we notice there is an interstitial space above the plaster ceiling in the restroom, which is to hide all the wiring and pipes.
Okay guys, as you can see, it's quite windy here at the moment. Today's weather is 33 degrees, and this whole garden is facing southwest in 231 degrees.
Wind can be a building's friend because it can naturally ventilate the building, providing a comfortable and healthy indoor environment as well as saving energy. Conventional design approaches often ignore opportunities for innovations with wind that could condition buildings at a lower cost while providing higher air quality and an acceptable thermal comfort level by means of passive cooling or natural ventilation. Strong gusts of wind can be felt in the garden area due to its narrow shape, as it is known to help increase the pressure of the airflow, therefore contributing to a wind tunnel effect. While sitting at the garden area for a few hours, we have observed how the wind was coming from the southwest, the same way where the garden was oriented in the building.
Windy! It's very windy! Hurry, Zen! Hurry! God is giving us time!
So we made some observations some more observations on this place. Like for example, the glass here. The glass here is separating the garden from the convention center,
And also the glass is tinted glass, which is in green color. And other than that, it also reflect the UV ray, and therefore the convention hall will be less hotter.
what else? The wind is not cooperating with my hair.
This is gonna be in the bloopers.